That mic's good?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
We're good. This is Wild Perspectives. This is episode 1, 2, fill in the blank, because there's other ones. I'm not going to say the number because it's not going to be the right number. What y'all had going on lately? What's new? What's old with y'all? I mean, I ain't heard from none of you. Well, you're new here, so even then.
You know, man, I'm just, loving the fact that your team ain't win the Super Bowl.
Damn, that's some hater shit.
it's
I respect it.
So outside of that right there, ain't nothing too much, man. Same old shit. Springtime here. Mm-hmm. Hot outside, pollen falling. So if it's fucking up everybody that got sinuses and shit.
You got sinuses?
I don't
either.
do not.
But it's fucking up a lot of motherfuckers that do though, boy.
Yeah, somebody just told me that yesterday.
That their sinuses be, yeah, man.
That shit tearing our ass up.
I be seeing people, I'm talking about like eyes puffy, all that shit be like, boy, God damn, I'm glad I'm blessed.
Y'all think it's getting worse and worse like every year?
Pollen?
Like the amount.
I don't really pay attention to it till it's on my motherfucking car.
Yeah, so I can't really say.
It seems like it gets heavier.
I think if I was yeah, like I said, if outside of me seeing it on something, I don't really pay attention to it. But people that have sinuses,
right? And it's like if it don't affect you, you really don't know how heavy it is because you like. Well,
they do say it get heavier every year though. So yeah, I guess so. Shit.
Yeah, that pollen shit, that's not my battle, so I can't even speak on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man.
I just be outside sometimes. I be noticing, I like the sun a little bit.
So you be outside or you?
Yeah,
just
no, like I commit myself to going outside every day. Like actually, like girls love to be on the internet.
Touch grass.
Like, yeah, like they be like go touch grass, and it's like I actually do. I don't sit on the internet crying at people to do, like telling them to do it.
Good, man.
Because they love to say it, but I be wondering if they do it.
No, hell no.
And it be them same girls that say I need to go to the gym.
And who really do be needing to go to the gym.
And you really need to be outside working out instead of cooped up inside. Everywhere you go, you inside somewhere. People need to touch the sun.
No, they're there. No, you did right.
For real.
Go for a walk or something, man.
They ain't doing that. It's 2023. They not going for walks.
That's sad.
They can't be in the house.
Yeah, they not doing that.
That's what makes me wonder, do y'all have any hobbies outside of technology? Like, if you had to spend a whole day, like if say you just took a whole day to yourself, no technology, nothing, what would you do?
Man, I like grilling and shit. So I would probably like sit on my back porch and grill or some shit like that. I would probably do something like that.
So you like to cook?
No, I don't like to cook. I like to grill. That's a difference.
There's a difference.
Well, yeah.
It's damn sure a difference.
That shit a big difference.
I'm glad you're going outside.
Yeah, but no, I'll definitely be outside though.
It just makes me wonder, like, do people really like do anything outside of their phone? Like,
yeah, nah.
A lot of people be
don't
wanting a message, a response. Like they live to just be online, and it's like, do you like do puzzles? Do you journal? I consider video games and TV watching not the same as like social media and stuff because that's just kind of personal time unless you online with somebody. But like I grew up, I know technology evolved over the years, but I still grew up and had other things to do outside of like my Game Boy and all that stuff got boring.
Right.
I was like, okay, well I'm finna get off here and do something else. I feel like people don't do that no more.
I think it's the motherfuckers that was born after 94.
Come on now. Push it back a little further.
I'm saying because I was born in '96 and I really grew up
so
with limited technology.
So y'all gonna say after
'96? I agree.
I think after '99 you should say because you you can't.
That's too far.
That's but y'all are being too broad. People come from different backgrounds. My little sister was born in '99 and she grew up the same way I did.
But okay, but she's like
you really got to go off perspectives.
Yeah, so
y'all the minority.
She's a minority. I'm saying what I'm saying is most people that's born. And I give y'all '96. So we're gonna say most people that born after 96, man, they was born into that social media shit. Think about
I'm saying it's evolved over time, so the relevance of it just came over time. But that's why I say I wonder, do people remember at the top of 2000s there wasn't really much but like actual computers. The iPod was fairly none of like everything we have now did not exist. Smartphones were not a thing. Facebook, MySpace, like none of that was really a thing.
We actually had to walk up to motherfuckers and talk to them.
Right.
These motherfuckers nowadays will lose their mind if they couldn't DM a bitch.
What?
Or some shit.
But then in person, it's like people are so socially awkward.
Yeah, because they so used to
behind the phone, you have a personality. Let's not.
I just seen a TikTok of like this dude was like, he was in like the food court at the mall, and it was he flipped the camera, and he was like, y'all found out her socials or whatever.
Yeah.
Nigga, you sitting across from her.
I saw that.
Oh,
I saw you right by, bro.
And then you giggling, smiling, looking at her like, oh, so this is trendy to you. Like,
that's why I wanted TikTok going.
That stuff is so stupid.
A fucking weirdo, nigga.
Yes, that stuff is stupid.
And I'll say no bullshit. When I saw that, I say, man, I hope when they find that girl, she be like, hell no, I ain't talking to that nigga. He was right there.
I hope she blocks him and gets a restraining order because that's weird.
Socials.
That's weird.
Nigga,
so you don't know how to get up and open your mouth? You for real?
So.
Like,
But yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
People so disconnected from reality.
Like big time.
Oh my gosh.
Big time, man.
Like I love that you can monetize off of the internet and the technology, but it's also like y'all, like a lot of people need to find a balance.
Man, the shit I like about it more than anything, man, it keeps you current.
Mm-hmm.
So like
you can learn a lot.
How like years ago, you wouldn't have known what the fuck was going on in California until weeks later. Now you know what's going on in California just like you know what's going on right around the corner from your house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just keeps you current with the world. And so I think that's the plus of it. Man, the downside is too many to fucking name, man.
It start with really the parents.
Definitely.
The parents letting the kids
absolutely.
The phones all day. You're not telling them go outside.
Man, listen.
Granny used to tell us take our ass outside.
And don't come back in here.
Yeah, don't come back in here.
Straight up. Man, I remember being like at my grandma's house, and you know, we in the house, me and my cousin, and we in the house, and you know, we playing the game or whatever, but then they think, you know, we go to wrestling and fighting and shit. Yeah. We bored at that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Once we start doing that,
right.
It's not right. You're not addicted to being on that screen. Right. You're like, okay, this was fun, but now it's not.
Right. Your grandma like, get your ass outside. Y'all don't come back in here.
Right.
Cause you ain't finna tear up my house like that. Like,
but ain't nothing wrong with burning out that energy either. Yeah. Though. Like clearly, you know, the thing is,
you go outside and you found something to do. Mm-hmm. Like I don't give a fuck. You could have went outside with no basketball, no football, and that nigga found something to do.
I stayed
like,
outside.
No matter what it was, you found like.
Yep.
And it was the weirdest shit you would have found. Like
we really the last generation of like I want to say growing up outside.
Yeah.
Cause after us, man.
I'm gonna tell you. I remember, and this probably was about 5 years ago when it really, really dawned on me that, like, you know how like when we were on Christmas, niggas, so many bikes outside.
Oh God, Christmas was the prime example.
Everybody outside, bruh. I remember I went outside one year, man, and nobody was outside.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
because these kids is asking for Xboxes and all this stuff that they gotta set up.
But we won Nintendo. We had Nintendos and Segas.
Like, I'm talking about now. Like, they're not outside now because they would rather be inside on their new Switch, whatever. That was the last thing on my mind Christmas Day.
Nigga was getting basketball goals.
Right. The same. I got the same scooter like
nigga,
3
everybody outside, nigga. The whole neighborhood outside, man.
The best part was we didn't have cell phones, but we knew everybody would be at.
Yeah, straight up.
There wasn't much else to do. Those were simpler times too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we was outside based on the street lights for real, like
chilling on green boxes for hours.
Yes,
goddamn generator.
Not even worried about if it's gonna blow up. Just sitting there, like cool,
sitting on the
comfortable.
That bit warm and everything.
And your shorts long enough, you can just sit right there. Don't matter if it's hot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes,
this is real crazy.
This is true.
Let me switch the tempo. I really just when I'm on social media, like I'm just like soaking in things that like catch my attention, whatever.
So what done caught your attention, bro?
this light though, but this girl, what did she say? It was something about cheating. It was like I think she said, if my man cheats, I'm going to show him how to really cheat. And I took offense to it only because I'm one of those people that I feel like if you cheat back, you're worse than the person that cheated first.
Correct.
Because you did it out of spite. They did it like because that's just what they wanted to do.
Yeah, they was on some bullshit.
Yeah, like, okay, but you doing it out of spite, that's...
Because you wouldn't have did it unless they...
Yeah, you wouldn't have never did it. I have a problem with that. I don't know if y'all share the same sentiment about that.
Yeah.
I feel like with men, I don't really think... You know what? I don't really care about gender. People need to be held accountable.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What would
if a man cheats and you feel the need to cheat back, you are indeed correct. She is. I mean, just because somebody did something bad, you doing something bad back, that doesn't even the score. That doesn't make you feel better. That does nothing for you. It could end up being karma.
They say they're getting their lick back.
Yeah, I think that's childish, and you really blocking your blessings doing that because you're in a situation like I feel like you know right from wrong as a person, guy or girl. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. So it doesn't even matter why he cheated first. If he cheated, you should have left. Simple as that.
Start right there.
As cliche as it is, as simple as it is, you should have just left.
Let me ask you something. Is that your viewpoint? Because I know a lot of people don't. Well, not a lot. Some people don't find cheating as a deal breaker.
Yeah, cheating is a deal breaker to me because to me things are very simple in my head because it's just this is what this is and this
1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah, that's it. All this little extra sauce and sprinkles y'all putting on stuff because y'all want to get like y'all are, but then y'all say, oh, I don't have feelings and I don't have emotions, da 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 da. Okay, well, cheating's a deal breaker for me. I would never, if I like, to me, dating and being with somebody, like, I value your time. I would never cheat on somebody that I done connected with, spent time with, poured out, my heart to, like, whatever the case was. I'm making a connection with you. I'm trying to build with you. I take that so serious. I don't really care who's like that and who's not. I'm like that. No,
I feel
it's
you,
just
man.
a hard no.
I feel you, and I'm with you as far as it being a deal breaker, because like
you got to skip to the end and move on.
If we're in if we're in a committed relationship, I feel like I'm not gonna give you a reason to cheat. So if you even feel like if something has changed and now you feeling like you ain't satisfied or whatever, where you supposed to come, let me know. So if we get to the point that you feel like you need to go cheat, I don't need to be fucking with you.
Right.
So I don't even think we're gonna get to the point that I have to retaliate and get my lick back. Cause I'm gonna stop fucking with you.
Because at the point you retaliating about your feelings.
Now let me ask you this right here. Let me ask you this, cause some motherfuckers feel like if we're dating, you don't supposed to.
I knew you was
date
gonna
nobody else. So I want to know how. Like, do you feel that way? Like,
I think that with a lot of the stuff that I've been through, I can't really change nobody or control what other people decide to do or their narrative of me, but I'ma just be completely blunt with you. I'ma just be like, are we exclusively dating? Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so the whole time for me, like, I'm just gonna straight up ask you. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, if we're dating, don't date nobody else. If we have to be on the same page about that. We both need to be in agreement of that, because I don't want it to be one of those, oh, well, in my head, me and you dating exclusively, but in your head, we still seeing where this goes. See, now, you go do something with somebody because you think it's okay.
Let me stop you right there.
If I do something, I'm gonna do it because I think that I'm hurting you, but whole time it's because I have a different, like, if we not on the same page, it's just not gonna work.
But let me ask this right here though, because I don't like, what the fuck is exclusively dating, bro? Either we dating or we in a relationship. That exclusively dating shit some bullshit.
To me, exclusively dating is a relationship.
Yeah,
we do have a lot of terms out there.
Yeah, like that's just how I say it.
I enjoy the terms. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like, to me, exclusively
I enjoy terms.
I agree, but I think that no matter what the term is, we just need to be on the same page.
Now, which one?
Like, we just need to both be like it's not even you can do this and you do this. You don't tell me what to do. I don't tell you what to do. It's are you cool with that? Because I like you and I care about you, and I want to make sure, like. To me, it's just communicating. But people have a tough time with that, and instead they just do underhanded shit.
So what I always say that when you do something, you just let me know that it's okay for us to do that.
But that's one thing. I don't want to tell you it's okay.
No, you did. You did.
I want you to just be like,
when you did it, you let me know.
It's more of a, is this cool? Like, it's a yes
cool
or a no.
When they do it.
But I shouldn't even have to ask, because when you do it, I know it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So let's.
Well, that's how you do it. Me, if I'm wondering.
So check it. So me and you, we dating, right? And you fuck around and stay out to like 4 o'clock in the morning or some shit. And I don't hear from. I don't hear from you.
It's crazy.
I don't even hear from you until the next day or whatever the case may be.
Hell no.
Like, you just let me know that this is cool to do.
Right.
Because we ain't never had this conversation about is this okay or whatever.
Right.
You just did it.
Right.
So now I'm under the understanding that, okay, we can do that.
But let me ask this to that. So if she does that, then she come home and then the next day she said, I'm sorry about that for not letting you know that, she's basically explaining herself for the miscommunication, and What part? You letting that rock or what?
I might have to have my apology tour. I might because I still need you because
you still feel kind of disrespectful.
So you were wondering what she was doing. Are you saying this in the sense of like you're used to talking to her and y'all let each other know what y'all are doing throughout the day,
and then it's like
say you just the last text you sent was like, yeah, cool, but then I have somewhere to go and I just go out and then I don't come home till the next day, and we're not living together, but like I just don't text you till that next day. Yeah. You're just saying like, oh well, cool, she did that, so I can do it too.
So no, I'm saying she set the tone.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're saying you follow the girl's lead.
Yeah. Or vice versa. It could be he did it and now she feels like,
see what you did there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean, that's a way to communicate if you feel like if it's a no pressure. Because for me, I would do it like that. Like, okay, like I'm not sweating you like, oh, you was out like last night. You ain't let me know that. Like, I'm not going to do that. And we just dating. But if it's as time goes on and if things, go deeper or change or whatever, then obviously it'll just depend.
I'm also a strong
though.
believer in like, if I do something that you don't like, to say something.
Please.
Of course.
Because I could be doing,
and there's a way to word it also.
Yeah, but I could be just going along doing shit, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with this whole time. You got a problem with it. And until it's brought to my attention, you be like, hey man, look, when you did such and such thing, like I'd be like, oh damn, I didn't know you had a problem with that.
Yeah, that's me all the way down.
I won't do
Very
it.
simple.
But if you don't tell me you got a problem with it, shit, I feel like, hey,
you're delusional to blow up in a man's face and you never even tried to tell him what was wrong. Yes, that's delusional.
You should have knew.
Yeah, that's delusional. That's delusional.
We are our own people.
Yes.
We come from
men come raised different, used to being talked to in certain ways. We all have completely different lives. You cannot assume anybody is gonna just accommodate you just because they like you or have feelings for you. You have to meet people in the middle. You got to get to know people and really know them and understand them.
I'm glad you said that. Now I have another question about something I seen. I literally just seen this probably about 3 hours ago. Oh, I seen a lady say, I'm not teaching a man how to be my man. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that? I'm going to go to you in a minute because but how do you feel about that?
I don't agree with it because I'm a very technical person and I go with every piece of the word. I'm not teaching a man how to be my man. Boo, you have to. You have to. He doesn't know you. If a man comes to you correctly, he's gonna say, "I want to get to know you." Then that's when you teach him how to be your man, and you teach him how to respect you also, not just be a lover to you, but also respect you as a person. I'm not gonna teach a man how to be a man though. No, I'm not doing that.
A man, you should
not teaching a man how to be
your
a man.
Sure.
Yeah, my man, and to accommodate me. Yeah, for sure. But how to be just a man, period? Oh, no, absolutely not.
And the reason I feel like that you teaching him how to be your man is necessary is because, man, like every woman that I've dealt with before may be totally okay with all the shit that I do.
Right.
I might come to you, and although I fucked with 10 women before you, and they was okay with the way I am.
Right.
I get to you, and you ain't okay with that shit, and now I'm like, well, man.
Then what's wrong with her?
Right.
Zach, I'm thinking you got an issue, but you might just be on some shit like, hey, bro, like, the other ones, they was okay with that, but I don't like that. Right. I don't like this. I need this. I need that. Unless you tell me that, bro, I don't fucking know.
Right.
So you gotta teach me how to be
you gotta like break it down.
You know what I'm saying?
As much as they be like, I don't want to be a mama, and some stuff's not being a mom. Some boys really just don't, like, they just didn't have that guidance. But some boys are not emotionally in tune.
I'm gonna say this right here, man. At the end of the day, that like teaching her using that term, teaching him how to be my man. That just mean that this a bitch that don't know how to communicate.
Yes.
I don't know how to really talk to this nigga. Yes. I feel like he's supposed to just know. Right. No, motherfucker, you gotta communicate with me.
You also have to be like very clear with your thoughts. You have to know what you want from a man and be very firm in that, and just be like, look, so I think this is what I want, and I'm not gonna force you to be like that. Yep. But I'm just letting you know this is what I want from a man, and if you can't do that, I mean that's cool, but I need you to understand. I'm gonna proceed.
Why do people today have such a problem with, like, I want to say teaching, but the bigger picture is communicating, because you don't want to teach them, but you expect them to know things. Yes. How can they know things if you don't teach them?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you did right, man.
People don't be having the patience.
Yeah, like,
I think communication is a problem.
That's worldwide.
I'm trying with kids, adults, at work, at no matter what.
Everywhere.
Man,
even older people. I was a CNA for a while. Even these older folks, they're very absent-minded. They're not fully present when you speak to them, but then they come at you and try to ridicule you and belittle you later. They love to talk about our generation, but they are not fully present. They do not know what's really going on.
Because them motherfuckers ain't never really had to talk to each other and shit.
And that whole breaking curses is really what we're doing now, because everybody is so different. Our generation got a lot going on, but I will say there are a lot more people who are more aware of what's going on because like you said, they're more current on things.
I don't feel like we have a lot going on like how the older generation make it seem compared to them. I think we just have social media.
I think I'm talking about the ones that are a lot younger than us.
I agree.
That are actually, like I said, growing up with it fully. I'm really talking about them.
But people be acting like our generation, in my day, nigga, your day was worse too, nigga. They just didn't have cameras and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you why I think, cause I've talked to some older people. I'm gonna tell you, I think one of the reasons that they say that shit, bro, is because like, and it's true. Like your grandma and your older uncles and shit, they was a lot more responsible.
For sure.
So I think I think they be referring to that shit right there more than anything. Like, man, like back in the days, like your like your grandparent, nigga, they knew, man, like I gotta get a house. Nowadays you got motherfuckers be trying to, I don't wanna get a house. Yes. I don't wanna own a house. Yes. Like you got motherfuckers don't got cars or whatever the case may be. Where back in them days they felt like having something of your own was important. Yes. And nowadays motherfuckers don't feel like that. So I think that has a lot to do with that.
Why do you think they like that today?
Bruh, I've been trying to figure that shit out. Like I had a little discussion on Twitter not long ago, and I was saying that like, you know, like it's crazy that people don't want to own homes. Mm-hmm. And motherfuckers, the reason people was saying that they didn't, like, was blowing my mind. Motherfuckers like, well, I don't want to have to fix something if it break. I'm like, how often do you think shit gonna break in your house?
People lazy though. They'll trade quality for convenience every time. They would rather spend
and guess what? The motherfucker who you renting from, he tearing your ass up.
Right. You wasting.
You know what I'm saying?
The rent do increase.
Bro, the rent increase, and not only that, man, like that's $1,700 a month. That's $1,800 a month you paying for a house. Man, he really paying about $11, $12 for that motherfucker. So all that shit you getting him is a profit.
Yeah.
And you okay with paying that profit? It's crazy to me.
And you paying other bills on top of that when you could have just had.
You taking care of him.
Yeah,
like that's
because they don't teach people quality. I'm telling you, our generation was raised on convenience. Like,
that's true.
People are not into quality. Like,
but
you'd rather invest the money in a house.
I'm gonna say this right here, man. No motherfuckers are. It ain't that they wasn't that they haven't been taught that shit. I think social media again played a big part in you seeing shit happening right now. So motherfuckers,
I'm going off of what I see in the real world too. Like there are 30 and 40-year-olds who don't have a house or a car, still live with their parents too. Like there are some people who have parents that are bums.
I think that's gonna be that.
And some of us have good parents or great aunts or uncles or whatever, and some people don't have that.
That's gonna be around forever. That shit was around when our parents was.
No, definitely, definitely.
That's gonna always happen.
I think that's why, and I'm not trying to be funny. I think that the people you were referring to is just bums. They're making excuses about stuff because they don't really want to budget their money. They want to get to wherever they want to be the quickest. So that's just a nice,
microwave,
quickly renovated apartment.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I still think people trade quality for convenience.
Yeah, man.
Like they do.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah, like my dad doesn't have a house, but I understand why. Mm-hmm. He inherited a house from my great grandparents. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why get a house? I have a house.
Well, he got one.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit,
he knows but you see, he knows the value of it. Had he not gotten it, he would have just been like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get me one."
Yeah, he got one. Shit, if that was the case, I wouldn't go buy one either. If I could.
But that's why I say that's the difference between like my family. He inherited it because my family had strength in that. They actually worked, had decent jobs, and they, like you said, they wanted to own things and have things of value so they could pass it down or whatever. And it ended up working out. Even my grandpa, he's passed away, but he left stuff behind that to this day I still benefit from. There are things that I can get today because he left behind. He had retirement money saved, all that, and he did the right thing. But like everybody doesn't do that. Like people don't think for their kids. They don't think for the future.
Man, motherfucker don't even got insurance, man.
Yeah.
Life insurance.
Yeah. It's sad. And like my family, I was raised like that. We were raised on all that. Like when my baby was born, they were like, you need to make sure you and her have, like, they just, They always kind of coached me up on that. But as I got older, because I knew about this stuff, I'm looking at other people and I'm like, damn, nobody really. I don't even. It's not I'm talking to you like you stupid. It's like, dang, nobody ever told you.
No, talk to them like.
And I feel like some girls in that back to that whole teaching a man different stuff or whatever. You don't know, like, you got to look at a man's. That's why I like to meet people's families. Mm-hmm. You got to see like how they were raised, because you cannot really be mad at somebody for not knowing. You could be mad at somebody for trying to teach them or show them something, and they kind of reject you. But
how important is your significant other family to y'all? I'm asking for another question.
I think that shit is. I think it's very important. I think more than anything, their relationship with their family is more important than my relationship with them. Because if their relationship is good, then mine is mine gonna be good no matter what.
Not even just relationship, just like them, the family,
like knowing them.
Overall,
like just meeting.
You saying like
your significant other's family?
The type of motherfuckers they use.
Yes, yeah, there we go. Yeah,
I think that's important.
I think you gotta have good discernment. I think that's a very broad, that's a rabbit hole we could go down. Cause it's like we just said, it's different types of people.
I'm gonna ask that because
it's important to an extent.
Okay, is there deal breakers that they family have going on that's like, nah, I don't really think I want to fuck with you?
Yeah, because I mean, if you know, especially for a dude, if you fucking with a chick who you know, like her brothers and shit, like niggas all in all kind of bullshit.
That can come to you fast.
That shit definitely can come to you. So
fast as hell.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas stay in beef. So you know, it's at some point if the beef get
you in the family photos, nigga.
You in the family photos. So then like, that nigga, he be fucking with them,
right?
You know what I'm saying? In some kind of way, that shit can trickle down to her, and now you with her. So.
Yeah, see y'all out.
It does depend on who you know.
Yeah, all that shit play a part. Yeah, that's I feel that's like important for them. Sure.
I feel like it's just kind of it really just it depends for me, honestly. But also I feel like a major deal breaker for me with like a family would be definitely the obvious one that most girls go through. A lot of men feel, I don't want to say attached, because I love unity in family, but there are healthy and toxic relationships that people have, and some people are very close with their family and it's toxic. Like they're so close to their family, it's toxic. Like I have a friend who is with somebody and they've been together for years, and they have had a lot of strife in their relationship because he feels obligated to take care of his family. And it's like, I love that a man wants to take care of his family. I love that.
What's the bad part of that?
But you done set up and had 2 children with her. This is your family now.
So you ain't putting no.
They're not put first. His immediate blood family. Yeah. Of course, you should love them, do what you can for them. But like you can't, as a man, you can't start something like that and not take it seriously. And I'm not saying he don't like. It's a lot deeper, and it's not my business to fully tell. But a lot of girls go through this where it's like a man will be, and some boys are such great providers, but they have no structure in their life, and it's like when you get a good girl in your corner who's like, because that's a good example. A man will meet a woman, and that'll be like you said, you'll be with 10 girls that are all the same, and they're kind of the same, and then you meet that one girl who kind of challenges you and she's different from what you're used to, and then your family, because they're so close to you in a toxic way and they leech off of you for something, whether it's something you can do physically, financially, whatever. It's, this girl's coming in and this girl's trying to help you, get stable, reach your goals, whatever. Like, she actually cares about you as a person, but you can't fully give her your all because your family's always leeching off you, and you feel entitled and obligated to that. Like, damn, I gotta help them. Damn, they need me, this, that. And they're also, of course, manipulating you. They're saying stuff to you. They know the way to word stuff. So you like, I got, like, it's easy to make a man feel bad. Women know how to do that, and families know how to do that.
That's
to men.
Real manipulative.
It is, and I've seen it so many times, and I've seen girls and men. They'll be really good men, and they'll just be getting used up by people who aren't pushing them to be better.
I hate to see it. Nigga gotta be like, man, hey.
And it's sad because
you know what I'm saying?
It's so sad because so many men do it, and it's like, dang, you really don't have that mental strength to like. assess this and see it's not good for your well-being. Like over time, you're like, oh, I'm fine. But then you wonder why you always feel drained. Yeah, everybody always looking at you. You can't be everything for everybody as a man.
I ain't never been on that though.
Like and see, look, and I see it all the time. Like mama's boys and stuff like that, and it's like that's a deal breaker for me. I'm sorry, like mama's boys. You can't be too. I don't really care about you being. It depends on what type of mama's boy you are.
Yeah, I would say it's more than one.
You can love your mama, but damn,
it's definitely more than one mama's boy.
You know, spread it out.
But see, I think that term "mama's boy" has only ever been used in a negative
way.
It never been.
I've met some mama's boys that were great, and I've met some that were like too toxic and stuck up under their mama. So it's like,
but them the only ones you'll call mama's boy. You ain't gonna call them niggas.
Yeah. No, I have called people mama's boys that just. I've met men that are so respectful to all women, but they are mama's boys.
And you call and you
yes.
I ain't never heard.
Oh yes.
I ain't never heard that term.
I've called men that are good men mama's boys, but that's just this is just me.
Yeah,
I understand most girls say it in a spiteful way to be rude.
You're the first person I've ever heard.
I have guy friends that I've called mama's boys, and they're great, but they're great. Like they show any woman respect. It's not limited to. A lot of men that think that they have to just give it, like a woman has to earn it. Like no, so people should just be giving it to each other.
What is a mama's boy? Because I am one, but I'm not the one that's like
the fucked up one.
Yeah, the fucked up one.
Yeah, like it's just a different.
I'm the same way, but I ain't the fucked up one.
It's nothing wrong with like being like if we together and you just drop everything to go be with your mama, I'm not gonna be mad at you. Yeah. Go be with, like, if your mama needs you and you want to be there for her, go be there for her. But a girl be mad. Or you gonna get out the bed to go be really? You gonna be be with your mama?
But see
it's people like that.
She'll use that in a negative tone.
That's up.
Like it's mama's boy ass nigga.
There's nothing wrong with being there for your mama.
But if he's just a nigga that's just gonna do for his mom, she ain't gonna say, oh, he a mama's boy. Like, ain't nobody saying that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, I've seen boys really not give a damn about their mama. So, yes, I love to see a boy. Oh, my mama, like, oh, you don't live with your mama, but she call you, oh, baby, can you help me put these groceries in the house? You gonna go over there and help her.
Absolutely.
Because you love her. I don't see what's wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong.
What's wrong with loving your family?
I ain't gonna argue about it.
Like, that's just weird.
I ain't gonna argue about it.
Yeah, ain't shit wrong with it. I'm just saying I've never heard it used.
I've seen it. Sure. I've seen it. It's weird, the stuff girls trip about.
Yeah.
It's like you almost trying to compete with my mom about
and why?
Why? She's not trying to compete with you.
I done birthed the baby.
No way for you to win that war.
Yeah,
you're never gonna win that war ever in your life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No, that's one of my deal breakers with men. I do not compete with family members or friends.
You shouldn't.
I don't compete with nobody. If you love them and you care about them, you pick them. Do not pick me.
Not dead ass though.
Yeah, don't pick nobody you've known forever over me. I don't care if they toxic, right or wrong. You go through that and you deal with that and come back later if it's like that. Because I can't. I'm not finna put myself in no situation I don't have to be. Like, that's just
that's smart.
You want to make sure people have a healthy relationship with their family, but also if you're not sure if it's gonna be all permanent, you know, why go that deep? Maybe just scratch the surface, just see a little bit of the background and just.
So let me ask you this right here, man, and this off your topics, wrong. Okay. I always see girls call dudes fuck niggas, and they don't use it the same way dudes. Like if me and Ron calling somebody a fuck nigga, it's because he on some bullshit. Y'all women, I ain't gonna say y'all because I don't know if you do it, but women calls a dude a fuck nigga just because he ain't treating her right or some shit. Like, he a fuck nigga.
He ain't doing what she say.
Yeah, be like, nah, he a real one. No, he a fuck nigga because he did this. And he be like,
but what makes him real?
Well, when I say he a real one, I'm saying based off a man's interpretation, he may be like, he may not be on no whole shit.
So you're just like taking the man's side, like, oh look, we don't know about this man, so I'm not saying that like you actually taking his side. I'm just saying you're like going from the perspective of, I don't know who this person is she talking about. You just saying he a fuck nigga because you mad.
No, not. So hear me out. So okay, so when we say a nigga, so if I say he a real one, he ain't on no bitch shit. He ain't like he a real one. He handle his business. He ain't on no bitch shit. He take care of kids.
So I'm assuming you know this person.
No, I'm just all hypothetical.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So like, nigga take care of his kids. He ain't on no bitch shit. Like, that's a real nigga to me.
Right.
So he could be that nigga, and we're never gonna call a nigga like that a fuck nigga.
Right.
But because he's doing you wrong, as far as not being the man you want him to be, like he's fucking other hoes or whatever.
Right.
You call him a fuck nigga. So I'm saying y'all use that word totally wrong.
So you think, so what is a fuck nigga then? So there's like one definition for it, is what you're saying?
To me, it should be. Like what I've learned is it seems to be a male definition and a female definition.
Right. Yeah, they're probably
and it shouldn't be though.
Right.
Yeah, when we say fuck nigga, I'm thinking you doing bitch ass shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's my first thought.
I ain't thinking he be cheating on her. He a fuck nigga. No. I mean,
so cheating isn't fuck nigga.
No,
it's not a characteristic of a fuck nigga to cheat.
Not in our space.
We don't see it that way.
We're not dealing. I mean, we're not your lady, so we can't call you a fuck nigga.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm gonna call you a fuck nigga as if you go hang with this nigga and then go hang with that nigga. You talking about this nigga to that nigga. You a fuck nigga. Then
you ain't take care of your kids.
That sounds like a bitch nigga.
Well,
that sounds like some bitch ass shit.
Yeah,
that sounds like some female shit.
Yeah, but so he a fuck nigga. But
if I call a nigga a fuck nigga, I'm right. That's all I'm gonna say.
But we're so okay. So
to me, I don't.
Hold on. So I'm asking. So if you was with a dude and you called him cheating or whatever, would you call him a fuck nigga?
No, I would just leave him.
But
what would you address him as?
What would you consider him as?
Yeah,
I would pretend he doesn't exist. I would never speak to him.
At some point, you got to be like,
I'm a ghoster.
He a
like
bitch
I'm
ass
a major.
Nigga
no, I'm not. I swear, I don't, because it's negative. That I gotta cleanse my spirit after that. I'm just gonna let it go.
Why do you ghost people?
Because I just like to let stuff go.
No communication.
Because I feel like if you know right from wrong. Cheating,
but like,
and that's a deal breaker for me.
Okay, you told him that though. Okay.
I gotta go.
Okay,
because I communicate. So I tell you. If I ghost you, and every time I ghost somebody, they know why, because I told them.
Okay, so
before, and not in the moment, but like beforehand, because you're supposed to get to know me.
So let me ask you this right here, on based on ghosting. Mm-hmm. If you just met a dude, like you and him, y'all kicking or whatever, and you just realize you don't like him, would you just ghost him?
Like I'm like in person or like we just texting and I'm like.
I'm saying like you meet this dude today. Mm-hmm. By 2 or 3 weeks from now, you realize I don't really like him. Would you tell him or would you ghost him?
It would depend on how we were talking, I guess.
Like y'all get to know each other.
I mean.
I
don't be feeling like I be owing people an explanation for real. It
depends.
It really depends.
She said all that to say.
Men do not be serious. Like you've been set up and talk to somebody, and then it's every day is hey, good morning. Oh, how are you? What you do today? Like it's never no real. There's no substance or depth to the conversation. I'm
gonna flip it on myself real quick.
I don't.
I had
It depends for me.
I met a young lady out in Riverside probably like a month ago. She hadn't came up to me. Now that's a key detail. You came up to me, we chatted, gave you a number, cool. The communication. Now I'm a big texter. I love texting. Cool. That I can do that all day.
You prefer that over talking? On
yes.
The phone?
Early on.
Okay.
If we ain't on that out the gate, no.
Gotcha.
Okay, so she tells me like she calls me random like on a Sunday. I'm at probably like all right, I'm gonna call you back. I was in a good mood. I called back. So I called back. She didn't pick up because it was like nighttime, whatever. Cool.
Yeah, stupid. Man.
So then I ended up telling her the next day. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know now. The best way to be in communication with me is texting. Because like she tried to call again. But I don't really have talking time unless I'm making time.
Gotcha.
And it's early, so I'm not really trying to make time for that.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. That's kind of what
I'm saying about the ghosting. You get what I'm saying? Like if it's like that, because I don't want to. Like Nick always want to FaceTime. I don't want no.
Nah, I ain't on that.
We ain't on that. Like
so, she tells me she was like, that's weird that you can't like talk. I'm like,
see,
it's weird that I'm telling you the best way to talk to me. I'm not saying I can't talk.
That's communicating, right?
Yeah. So I kind of like felt rubbed the wrong way by that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna text you no more because you probably thinking I got a girlfriend.
But did you say that to her? Or you just Stop fucking with her.
Just stop.
Just stop. She said, "Oh, just call me," because I told her that, and then she like, "Oh, just call me when you're free." No, because now you're not listening.
Yeah.
Go ahead and move out the way.
Oh God. Oh my gosh. So girls do that too. Crazy.
I'm sure girls do that.
That's crazy. Men do it all the time. Just calling me out of nowhere. Oh, you better answer. I have a baby. I don't have to do nothing.
No, I do randomly call women. Now, if you don't pick up, it is what it is.
If
but
so you ain't one of the niggas that's gonna be mad that she ain't answer.
No,
be like, then my call you.
No, unless like we locked in like that.
Yeah. Right? You know, but you know, like you know exactly. Like,
so okay, so let me ask y'all this right here. Do y'all feel that at any point that someone owes you something?
I don't owe me nothing. I just was talking about that to myself the other day. I'm like, nobody owe me nothing, man.
I think that people don't really know how to be friends, even platonic friends or relationships. If I today say, watch, Rome, I love being on your podcast today. I would love it if you would let me come back, and I would love for us to be cool. Like, we could just be friends. He don't owe me a phone call. He ain't gotta. He ain't gotta do nothing.
He ain't gotta bring you back on this motherfucker.
All he knows is that I offered to come back on the show, and I said I would like to be friends. I just established a friendship with somebody. People don't know how to do that because she's trying to fuck him. Like people, their mind is in the gutter, bad, and they don't even have thoughts for themselves because they on social media soaking it all up, thinking that's reality, and it's like,
No, you got.
Don't nobody owe you nothing. I feel like you need to try to just be a good person to somebody. Like, just
start
hey, how are you? Like, how's the podcast going? What's your next move? What level? What's your highest level? What's your goals with your podcast? What level are you trying to reach with it? Yeah. I'm being a friend to you. I'm not. Oh, you want to talk to me? Oh, look at my hair. I got my hair done. Oh, when are you gonna take me out again? Oh, that's so airheaded. Like, people be really selfish, guy and girl. Like, they don't even know what they want to really be in a relationship for.
Let me ask you this right here, because I had a conversation with somebody not long ago, and they disagreed, but I strongly feel this way, and I want you to be honest.
Always. I don't really know how to do anything else.
I feel like the female ego is more fragile than the male ego.
Yeah, we're way more emotional.
Okay,
we're emotional beings. That's us. Women need to embrace that and stop pushing it down. Feel your feelings, but be logical at the same time.
I'm gonna tell you one. I'm gonna tell you the key.
I know they lazy.
I'm gonna tell you the key thing that lets me know that you guys' ego is way more fragile than ours.
Definitely.
Y'all can't take rejection. You know how many times me or Rome or any nigga done try to get at a chick and the shit just didn't work.
Yeah, because y'all are initiators.
But if y'all ever was to initiate some shit and it didn't work, oh fuck these niggas, I never talk to a nigga again. Who the fuck he? I've even heard women say a nigga gay because he ain't want to fuck with her.
Oh, that's coming.
Yeah.
No, bitch, I just don't like you.
That's projecting. That's ignorance.
This ain't got nothing. I gotta be gay because I don't like you. Who are you?
She did me like that in high school.
You know what's wrong with women? You want to know why women's egos are so fragile? What? Because most girls are taught, as a girl, you gotta have this standard, that standard, da 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 da, and everybody should have standards. You should want people to treat you with respect. You should want people to treat you with respect. I should want people to treat me with respect. As a woman, you just want a woman to respect you and worship at your altar, but you be mad at a man for not wanting you. He rejecting you, so he can't have standards. Right. A man can't not be. I love a man that's like, I don't like no man that get turned on by everything. I like a man to be like, nah. Like I said, move out the way. You don't listen. Like, but my thing he actually over here thinking.
But my thing is like as far and I want to hear about chick did this shit in high school wrong. My thing is, what make you feel like you so special that if a nigga don't like you, he's gay? Like, who the fuck do you think you is?
Just don't worry about it. Just call him delusional.
Like,
that's just delusional. That's just, they don't live in the real world. I promise. Really they don't. They don't live here with us.
So tell me about what happened, cuz.
So, I mean, I was at lunch. I'm in my own world, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very relaxed nigga. Like, it's not probably too many niggas that's more relaxed than me. I'm never pressed about anything. It is what it is. When I'm communicating with women, I might be hit or miss, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever, cool. It ain't that deep to me. So I guess like I wasn't fucking with her hard enough. So she came up to me and was like, "What, you don't like pussy or something?" Like, I'm like,
dude, they think y'all are just dogs and that's all y'all think about is pussy.
Like, I didn't know it was that deep.
Damn, you can't have independent thoughts.
Like, damn, I'm like fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you hard enough to where you wanted to be, but for you to say that, it's crazy. Like,
and this is high school.
This high school. I'm like, just say you wanted me bad.
You can't be intellectual.
Cause like
girls, because they're used to, because girls are taught that men gonna sweat you,
chase them and shit.
Men only want your cat, da da da. Like, that's how girls are raised, and if you don't have a mind of your own, you just gonna listen to everybody around you.
I'm not. I don't chase. There's one thing the world will tell you. I'm not chasing shit. If we're not mutual, like you said, long time ago, you like, why would I be chasing a woman? What is she doing while I'm chasing her?
Feel me?
Like, we're gonna do mutual. We're not gonna do nothing.
Chasing sound too close to forcing.
You and
I'm
you
not
like,
forcing
look at
nothing.
this nigga.
Chasing and forcing are parallel. I'm not chasing sound too close to forcing some shit.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
So let me ask you right here. So you say you got a 2-year-old. So you and her dad, like, who was it? Like a mutual interest? Did you make him like? Where like are you one of them people that be like, oh no, he got to prove to me that he really want to fuck with me type shit? Was it
like before we got together?
Yeah.
Any man, yeah. You gotta before I give you my time for sure. But we knew each other for a long time before I even.
So what entails him?
We were actually friends before I had my baby.
So what entails him proving or showing you that he?
I'm really easy. Honestly, it's just time. Like he just gave me a lot of his time. Like. We would talk on the phone, talk about everything. He would let me into his life a little bit. Like, you know, when I met him, he was on probation. So it's like he really broke down to me like why and what was going on. And, you know, he was being militant at the time. And it just, you know, he was regular. Like, I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I don't want nobody who cares about social media. And since everything I've been through with my child's father, I have different standards now, and I look at men, and I have different expectations now for a man to really lock in with me based off of what I went through with him. And it's not even it's his fault and I'm going forward. It's more of every time I go through anything with a man, and I've only been in like 3 serious relationships in my life, and if I feel like it was just too, because I really put my all into it and I take my feelings seriously, I gotta sit back and reflect. Like I gotta drain it out, think about what I did, what I didn't do with the first time, because I was really bad at communicating when I first started dating. Like I wait till way after the fact and then try to say something, and then the man, like a boy, be like, "You saying something now? Why you ain't say something?"
I hate that.
Right.
I can't stand that.
And I had to unlearn that. And I'm like, okay,
that's some bullshit.
A man can be as la la land as he want to be, but if I said something to you, that's why I say now, I say everything right then and there, because when something happened later on, I told you. And if you can act like you forgot, you can not care about what I say enough to you don't want to retain it, that's cool. You not for me.
All that is covering your ass, man.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you had to wait till I got you mad to say all that?
Cause now I'm looking at you like, well, bitch, what else on your mind?
Yeah, what else? Tell me the rest.
It's not so much mad. It's more so I wait, because the way I was raised, I wasn't allowed to say how I felt. I always had to bottle it up. So it's really hard. Well, it was hard. And at the time, it was just like and I never said it in like a mean way. I don't like yelling. I'm not finna argue with no nigga. I don't want to scream at you. If you making me raise my voice at you, we are not gonna.
That's how I feel about women.
Yeah, like you shouldn't want to be raging like that. You should be able to talk to a man,
being annoying, all that.
You should be able to talk to a man regular, like you got some sense. And if he not retaining what you saying, and if he's not if he's not taking those steps to show you like, hey, I care about you, I hear you, I see you, I'm listening to you.
But I'm
just
gonna tell you
leave.
this right here.
All that other extra yelling at him, that's gonna make him not like you more.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here too, man, and this men and women, a lot of time a motherfucker take you telling them how you feel as arguing.
Yes.
Cause they so used to not hearing that shit.
Yes, and people also don't like accountability. Like if something on your chest and you just want to get it off, and it's like hey, I want to talk to you about something that's been bothering me, and you act like I'm arguing because I just wanted to talk about it. You just toxic.
You mad? What you mean?
Like it's just
you gotta flip this shit like. Motherfucker flipped it on me. Like,
people don't know how to communicate though, like you say. Like they don't know how to. People listen to respond. They don't comprehend. You can communicate all you want. That mean you can communicate all you want, but you need to comprehend. You need to really download what people are trying to explain to you. A lot of people are selfish.
I'm gonna tell you, if you go on social media and talk to people, you'll realize how much motherfuckers don't comprehend.
They don't read,
bro. You be like, you'll say some shit like you'll be like, man, that house great, I like it. So you don't like black houses? Bitch, when did I say any motherfucking thing about not liking a black house? I just said I like the gray one. What the fuck is you talking about, man? Yeah, so
that was like somebody
you reading a reply. Yeah, I ain't into the business of changing people.
I'm not either.
I want you to be who you is.
Yeah, whoever you is. If I like that shit, okay. Yeah. If I don't, okay.
Like, you shouldn't want to be for everybody.
But I always say that, like, especially, like, I tell women, I be like, motherfucker, like, say some shit like, you want a motherfucker to be this, you be no. I want you to be you. Because
you better fall in line with me, though.
Yeah, I want to like you because who you are is who you're going to be. if I try to change you, you might change that shit
for a little
bit. But at some point, you're gonna revert back to who you are.
You are who you are.
And then now we back at the bullshit. Like
no,
I need to be able to deal with who you are. If I can't deal with who you are,
I think that's why I kind of ghost people, because I just try to be myself, and then it's like, okay, well, we just ain't compatible, so I'm gonna just leave it here. Because and that's fine with me. But it's like people don't be understanding. It's like I don't want to have to tell you that I really don't fuck with you for X, Y, or Z reason, because it'll either just be like I'm in a point today where, like, depending on what people choose to talk about, like regular conversation, I may just be like, I don't fuck with you just off of that. Like, if you want to just sit up and talk about stuff that you see online, right? But that's why I'm like, the way I'm looking at everything now, it's a lot of stuff I'm just like, that's not for me. I don't want to consume that anymore.
A lot of times when, like, people not accepting that they don't mesh,
yes,
they end up being baby daddy, baby mama. Now you dealing with that shit 10 times worse because you didn't listen the first time when the warnings was right there.
And that's because you don't realize what warnings are. Unfortunately, that's
you keep ignoring that
life
shit.
Life gives you flags, and you're like, okay, and you better keep those flags. And because a lot of girls walking around here, egos and standards high as hell, but you got the same nigga 3 times over, and with 3 different kids. I had the one and said, you know what?
That's it. I ain't dealing with
I'm
this
not doing this again. I want to do it again, but I'm not going to do it unless I'm married. Yeah, it's just, I accepted the flaws I didn't see. I accept a lot of things that I just, my part in it, his part in it, and just was like, look,
where there's smoke, there's a fire.
You got to let it go. Right. You gotta let that shit go. You're not gonna get better. Oh, being on a pedestal. Oh, my baby dad. And I'm not saying girls ain't been through stuff with men and men don't do stuff, but you have to go ahead and hold your part in it. Even if you tried your best to be the best person you could be, except that you had your moments where you didn't notice a red flag or whatever it was.
Like, Superman take
eat your plate and move on.
I'm gonna say this, man. Most times, and I don't give a fuck. Like it, 90% of the time, when it's like a failed relationship, it ain't always on. It's never on just one person.
It's never on one person.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker might be like,
two people to work, and it take 2 people to fuck it up too.
And the reason I'm gonna say it ain't always on one person, because even if he was on some bullshit, you allowed that shit to go on.
And you have to take your accountability in that and be like, look, I don't care who I was before, this stops today. Girls will be like, oh, he did this, did that, but then you'll go get with a dude who may just have a little bit more than that one, but he got the same fucked up personality. Because you settling for crumbs, because you care about material things. You don't care about being at peace when you go home every day. Long as you got what, like, women heads be fucked up. Man, people live in their flesh. My dad tells me that all the time. People are not in their spirit.
Old nigga told me a long time ago, man, everybody fucked up. You just got to be all right with that fucked up person.
Yep. Nobody's perfect.
Everybody fucked up.
You got to help people grow.
My mom told me some shit.
You got to lean on each other. People got to lean on each other.
She was like, when you find somebody you think about, like, wanting to lock in with, weigh them pros and cons of what you can and can't deal with, and you'll know.
Because everybody got something that you don't like.
You gonna have something.
But you're not gonna know to do that until somebody tells you.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. If you can start in Florida and go to motherfucking Hong Kong, in between there, you're never gonna find someone that has no problem, like nothing. Like,
it's gonna be something.
But ain't nothing you don't like. What? Like, this motherfucker ain't got nothing you don't like. Like, she just perfect. This bitch heavy.
Ain't no way.
Like, come on, man. It don't exist, bro. Like, because for one, it don't exist because we're humans. So
we're constantly growing.
Nobody it's gonna be like, she might not like motherfucking bacon. You love bacon. It's gonna be something, my nigga.
Something.
Like, you know,
it could be small. It could be big.
No matter what, but it's gonna be something, dog. And you just gotta find what you want to deal with.
But man, it's Wild Perspectives episode. We'll see y'all next week, man. I fuck with y'all. I love y'all.
Yes, sir.